The hips are such an important part of the golf swing, and they really allow the club to travel on the path that it needs to be. Because if the hips aren't working as they should be, it sends the golf club into areas that it doesn't want to be. For example, you come too far over the top or you come too far underneath. That's when poor ball striking occurs, and that's when that golf ball can go both left and right. And I am here today to help show you how the hips, a really important part of the golf swing, should work. Before we start, please don't forget, hit that subscribe button. It massively helps me to help you get better at this game, because that's what we want. That's why you've tuned in today. That's why I am here today, to help you do that. On to today's lesson. We're going to be focusing, as we say, on the hips. Now, it's really important to understand the role the hips play, because again, as I say, the problem is if the hips don't work as they should be, the golf club just goes completely AWOL. It goes in positions that it just doesn't want to be. Now, I'm going to here to tell you in very, very simple format to try and get those hips working as they should be. How should they work? Let's get on to the crux of it. The hips have two main roles in the backswing and the through swing. On the backswing, they need to rotate around in a circle. They need to rotate around in a circle. They don't slide, they don't laterally slide back and forward. They have to rotate around in a circular arc. And then here's where it gets a little bit sticky, because a lot of you out there, come on, admit it, you would turn the hips back there. But the problem is, if we turn the hips back, look at where that club is. It's coming over the top. We know in golf we don't want a steep shaft. We want a shallow shaft, and that's the problem. So if you are prone to those slices of those pulls, you're more than likely spinning those hips out of position on the way through. Here's what you need to do. So part one, on the way back, you need to be able to turn those hips. Part two, you have to feel like the hips are sliding up and then around. That's the key here. So as you come into that golf ball, those hips slide towards that target. There's no spinning going on until incredibly later in that through swing. Into impact, they slide into impact. Because remember, golf is a game of compression. And to be able to compress that ball, we need to have the hips sliding in the through swing, in the downswing and the through swing. Here's the thing, because we rotate back, we instantly think we've got to recoil and rotate back through. No, it's a rotation and then a hip slide on the way through. Look how much higher my left hip is higher than my right on the way through. That's how active those hips have got to be on the way through. It's not with the upper body. We're not spinning the hips. We are sliding those hips up a wall, as I like to say, and then we can turn around. So if you're really struggling over this next few weeks of your golf and you're pulling it and you're slicing that ball, it's more than likely your hips are either sliding on the way back and then rotating on the way through. The fix, we have to turn those hips on the way back and slide on the way through, feeling that left hip a lot higher on that way through. And then, and only then, can we compress the ball as well as we can do. Use those hips in the best way you possibly can.